Good morning, class 7 students. I hope everyone is well. Yes, students, we were discussing chapter light and we have discussed few topics. We have discussed about the reflection of light, about the reflecting surfaces, and about the plane mirrors and the properties of a plane mirror, characteristics, and then spherical mirrors, which are known as spherical mirrors, concave mirror, and convex mirrors, right? We have discussed about that and their uses also. And today we are going to start the next topic, that is spherical lenses. So let's start with that. Yes, students. So let's start with the next topic, that is spherical lenses, right? So like spherical mirrors, spherical lenses are of two types. One are convex and one are concave lenses, right? So first topic is about the convex lens, or these are also known as converging lens, and concave lenses are known as diverging lens. And these lenses are used to correct the eye defects, right? Some people have eye defects, like they are unable to see the far off objects, and some are unable to see the objects which are near to them. So to correct the eyesight, we use spherical lenses, which are known as convex lens and concave lenses. So let's start with that. So it is on page number 234, spherical lenses. What is a spherical lens? Spherical lens means a lens is a curved and a polished piece of glass, means kanch, or any other transparent material. Just like mirrors, lenses can also change the direction of propagation of light. Convex and concave lenses are two types of spherical lenses. First one is convex lens or converging lens. So what is convex lens? Which is thick from the middle and thin from the edges, which bulges out from the middle. For example, a lens which is of this shape. Like you can see when I have joined my hands, from the center it is thick and from the edges on the sides it is thin. So a convex lens is like that, right? So let's read it. A convex lens is a lens that bulges in the middle and is thinner at the edges. A common example is a magnifying glass. Another place you will find convex lenses is in the spectacles used in reading glasses. Reading means who cannot see the nearby objects clearly. So to correct that eyesight, convex lenses are used, right? Now next is about concave lenses, which are also known as diverging lenses, right? So concave lens is opposite to that. For example, if I have joined my hand like this, you can see in the center these are thin, and from the edges these are the lenses are thick. So this type of lenses are known as concave lenses, means they are thin from the center and from the edges they are thick from the edges, right? So those are known as convex lenses, and convex lenses are used in to correct those eyesights in which the people are unable to see far off objects clearly. So concave lens is a lens that is thinner in the middle and smoothly increases in thickness at the edges. Concave lenses are present in spectacles of negative power, right? So next is about uses of lenses. These lenses are used to correct eyesight. Convex lenses are used as reading glasses, while concave are used as correct short-sightedness. Lenses are used in cameras, magnifying glasses, binocular. Yes, these are the devices where we use some lenses. Like you all have seen microscopes in school. In that, lenses are used. One is eyepiece and the objective lenses there. Our eyes also, yes. Another thing, natural lenses are in our eyes, right? Now next is colors. What are colors? Colors, like if you have ever seen a CD disc, which is used in computers also. So when you keep that CD in sunlight, you can see that some colors appear on that, though no color or no shading, no coloring is there on that. But if you place it in the sun, you can see that many colors are coming out from that, right? And what is that? From where does those colors come? Because when sunlight falls on that CD, it acts like a prism. What is a prism? A prism is an object which is of glass. When sunlight passes through it, the light splits into 7 colors, right? So that is property of means the white light splits into 7 colors. That is a property of light. when it passes through a medium, it splits up into colors, right? So that phenomena is known as dispersion. And the color band which is made, which is formed, that is known as visible spectrum, that is known as spectrum, right? And the colors which our eye can see, that is known as visible spectrum. And that is why rainbows are made in the sky after rains. When sunlight falls on the droplets of water which are present in the atmosphere, the light splits into 7 colors and rainbows are formed. So that is the phenomena behind that, right? So colors, take a CD out in the sun and see how light is reflected from its shining surface. What do you see? You will see many colors. These colors actually come from the sunlight. White light is composed of many colors. When these colors combine, they look white. One way of showing that white light is composed of different colors is to make white light pass through a glass prism. A glass prism is, as they have shown in the diagram also, here, this is the prism. When white light falls on it, it passes through it, it splits into 7 colors. And this is known as spectrum, right? And this phenomena is known as dispersion of light. So white light consists of 7 colors. This splits up the white light into the constant colors. This is called dispersion of light. If you hold a screen in its path, after the white light passes through a prism, you will see a band of colors. This band of colors is called the spectrum. As it is visible to human eye, it is called visible spectrum. When light falls on an object, it absorbs a few of these colors and reflects the rest. In case of a green leaf, it absorbs all the colors except green. That is why we see it as green. So the colors which are absorbed by the surface, that we are unable to see, and which is reflected back, that we are able to see. So that is how we are able to see different colors. Okay, next is another topic is Newton's disk. Means to prove this, that white light composed of 7 colors. We have one experiment that is known as Newton's disk. What you have to do in that, you take one disk, simple disk, CD disk, and you can color it, right? As they have shown here. You can color it like Vibgyor, you know, V for violet, I for indigo, G for green, Y for yellow, O for orange, and R for red. So color that disk and then rotate the disk very fast. Then what you will see? You will not be able to see the colors. You will see that disk as white. How it is that? When you have rotated the disk, all the colors, they overlapped each other. They are absorbed. They are mixed with each other. So that is why they appear to be white. So it proves that white light consists of 7 colors. How it is possible? As you can also, one example is there, like when fan rotates, when you switch on the fan and the fan rotates, you are unable to see the blades of the fan, right? Why you are unable to see? Because speed is very high, right? So in the same manner, when you rotate the disc, you will be unable to see the 7 colors. Why? Because the 7 colors that mix up with each other, right? So that is why, that is how we have proven that white light consists of 7 colors. Now let's read it from the book. Newton's disk is a colored disk which is painted with the constant colors of white light in equal proportion, so that when it is rotated very fast, the disk appears white. This is because of property of our eyes called persistence of vision. Yes, it is also known as persistence of vision. As the thing which is just before our eyes, we are able to see that, though we can see that something is around our eyes, but the clear image of only that object will be there in our eyes, which is just before our eyes. And as we removed our eyes from that object, we will not be able to see that image or that object clearly. And after a few seconds, the image of that object which is away from our eyes will be diminished from our eyes. And this is known as persistence of eyes, right? Persistence of vision. This means that an image formed by the eye remains for a fraction of a second. When the disc is rotated at a high speed, the images of the different colors overlap in our eyes and brain perceives it as white. So this is known as Newton's disk. right? So he proved that white light is mixture of many colors. So that is all about the chapter. So in this chapter, we have learned about light, about the spherical mirrors, and about the spherical lenses, and about plane mirror, and about the white light. So in the next video, we will discuss about the question answers and book exercise. So please go through the chapter, read the chapter thoroughly so that you can understand in a better way, right? Thank you, children. Have a good day.